Hello students!
My name is Шеризат. I'm an English teacher at Jambul Humanities High College named after Abai. The theme of today's lecture is the types of reading and exercises for teaching reading. The aim is to introduce the types of reading and reading exercises for developing reading skills and the ways of using them. At today's lecture, you will learn about the types of reading, skimming, scanning, close reading, or reading for details. Exercises for teaching reading, pre-reading, while reading, post-reading. So, before starting our lecture, let's review what's reading. Reading is a skill which enables us to get a message, recognizing the written words, getting or understanding the meaning, used to teach pronunciation, grasping information from texts. Reading is a complex activity that involves both perception and thought. It consists of two related processes, word recognition and comprehension. Word recognition refers to the process of perceiving how written symbols correspond to one's spoken language. Comprehension is the process of making sense of words, sentences, and connected text. So, now we'll do with the types of reading and corresponding types of activities to develop reading skills. Types of reading: skimming, scanning, and close reading. What is skimming? Skimming is reading to confirm expectations, reading for communicative tasks. Scanning is reading to extract specific information, reading for general understanding. And close reading is reading for complete understanding, reading for detailed comprehension. So, let's watch the video and see how they work in practice.
Skimming is a fast reading to get the general idea of the text. Different techniques for skimming include A. Running your eyes over the text to get the general meaning, not stopping at words you don't understand, as this will only slow you down. B. Reading the first and last paragraph of the text, and summaries if offered. And C. Looking clearly at the topic sentences, the most important sentence of each paragraph. Scanning. Get only what you need. Scanning is rapidly running your eyes over the text in order to locate specific details. 3 steps to scanning include: A. Read the question and search for key words or ideas associated with the question. B. Your eyes then quickly move over the page, flitting around the text, back and forth, up and down. And C. Less reading and more searching, the brain hunts for specific information. Reading for detail. Find your answer. The final step requires a careful and close reading of the passage you have arrived at after your search in order to find the answer. When we read for detail, we read every word in the text and think carefully about the overall meaning of each sentence. Let's practice using the question below. Choose a heading that best matches the upcoming paragraph, and remember to underline your key words. A. Parents are to blame for the state of children today. B. A report with many conclusions and worries about the United Kingdom. C. Growing up an unhappy generation. And D. There are so many social problems young people face today. Keywords: parents and blame. Conclusions and worries: unhappy generation and social problems. Let's skim the first and last sentence from the passage and see if we can find the answer. The key words are children and teenagers, unhappy, and negative effect. So, what's the answer? Choose the heading that best matches the previous paragraph. Growing up an unhappy generation. Let's practice scanning using the question below. How many European countries are in the first report? Remember to underline your key words. And what are they? How many European countries? Now you know you're looking for a number. Now, let's scan for the info we selected. 19 European countries. And so the answer, how many European countries are in the first report? 19.
To sum up the video, we can say that skimming and scanning both are fast reading techniques, and they are used for finding answers or specific information quickly from a large piece of text. Let's go over to exercises for teaching reading. Exercises aim to teach receptive skills required for detailed reading comprehension can be divided into several groups depending on the purpose the teacher wants to achieve. Reading exercises are pre-reading exercises, while reading exercises, and post-reading exercises. The first group of exercises works to familiarize the students with the topic, develop guessing skills, and create expectations and interest in the text they are going to read. Pre-reading activities allow the students to make predictions about the text that will be read by eliminating possibilities that are unlikely. They are a way to prepare students prior to a reading assignment by asking them to react to a series of statements, questions, or words related to the content of the material. While doing pre-reading exercises, the students should see all the tasks before reading the text. The following questions may be used. Can you guess what the text is about, judging by the title? Next, what do you think the following names, figures, or dates have to do with the story? What do you know, or what have you heard about the subject you are going to read about? The next group of exercises aims to teach the students to extract specific information. These are while reading exercises. The students should scan the text to extract the information which the tasks demand. They don't have to pay attention to the parts of the text they do not understand. Previewing for the topic. Ask the students to read the first sentence of each paragraph and the last sentence of the passage and guess what the text is about or what the general idea is. Next, the teacher offers some statements and the students are to find out if they are false or true. The students may be given some questions to answer. Post-reading exercises. These exercises are more concerned with summing up the content of the text, investigation into the writer's opinion, and may entail some kind of follow-up task related to the text. Here, you can use the following tasks. Find the most important sentence in each paragraph. Match each sentence of the jumbled summary with the correct paragraph. Use your imagination and write your end of the story. Express your attitude to the story. Organize a press conference, and so on. So, as you see, reading exercises are divided into pre-reading exercises that prepare students for the story, while reading exercises for checking students' comprehension, and post-reading exercises for summarizing students' learning. So, let's do some activities in practice. Here are the list of activities that are given during the reading process, and your task is to determine which group the following activities belong to, whether it belongs to pre-reading, while reading, or post-reading. Let's start. An activity, picture or photo. Ask your students what they think of it and ask them questions about the photo. Which group does it belong to? Yes, of course, it belongs to pre-reading exercises. Most stories have a picture or photo above the text. Next activity, scrambled sentences. Cut up sentences or paragraphs and ask students to arrange them correctly. So, which group does it belong to? Yes, it belongs to while reading. Next activity, play taboo with the keywords. Students have to explain the word without using it. Which group does it belong to? Yes, it belongs to post-reading. An activity, blank out keywords. Erase certain words and students have to guess what it is. So, it belongs to post-reading. And next activity is stop before the end. Stop and discuss. Which group does it belong to? Yes, it belongs to while reading. At this point, students are asked to read the text. Before they get to the ending, the teacher tells the students to close their books, and after that, the students have to predict what will happen for the ending. So, next activity is think, pair, share. So, which group does it belong to? Yes, it belongs to post-reading. This is an excellent activity to help students summarize what they learned and discuss it with other peers. Here, students write down their thoughts on the topic of the passage. Then, they discuss with a partner. Finally, they share with the whole class. As you see, there are a lot of activities before, while, and after reading to help students to get the most of the passage. So, teaching reading is a difficult work. Teachers must be aware of the progress that students are making and adjust instructions to the changing abilities of students. It's also important to remember that the goal of reading is to understand the texts and to be able to learn from them. In conclusion, at today's lecture, you've learned about the types of reading and reading exercises and the ways of using them in practice for developing reading skills. For consolidation the material, take your homework. Prove that reading is a process. Speak on types of reading. Speak on reading exercises. Study the example of working with a text for teaching reading. Choose a text and think of your own activities connected with the text. So, the lesson is over. Thank you for your attention.